enthusiasm. I've got a job for you if you're looking to keep busy. Here are the details.
Greetings and welcome to another episode of Soul Talk, where we talk shit and members of the community. I'm your host, fastcart FC, and today I'm joined by Kalrati. How are you doing, my man?
Hello, my boy. Hello, FC. Hello, everybody. It's glad to be here. Excited.
I'm a little bit old to be called boy, but I don't know this
Boy.
time. I don't know this time. How's your week been?
Pretty good, actually. I've been enjoying some 319. I've been testing and checking out the PTU. Also got some really good news about some things that they, kind of turned on for the live services as well. So excited to see, and talk about that.
Cool. Yeah, today
What
is
about
May
you?
25th. Yes, I'm doing well, and I forgot to do my normal intro stuff. But today is May 25th, 2023, at least in North and South America. We're live on Twitch, YouTube, and Kick. Yep. Yeah, everything is live. Just I had to make sure, double check. And if you want to join us, click the Discord link down below. So yeah, this is episode 101. We made it past 100.
Woo!
And what an epic episode that was. And I'm still playing Honkai Star Rail and Nikkei on mobile platform. I've been meaning to get into Invictus, but I mean, other than the showroom floor and everything like that, I've been watching other streamers get into Invictus, so I've seen all the stuff. But other than Star Rail and Nikkei, a new game started this week called Aether Gazer. It's a crappy name, but it's a pretty good game. It's an action RPG, so unfortunately, I try to stay away from action game, but this one had the aesthetics that I really appreciate. It has sci-fi and anime, so you can't go wrong with that. But yeah,
Have you seen the Mortal Kombat trailer, though?
Oh my God, that is not your grandfather's Mortal Kombat. That is not your grandfather's Mortal Kombat. Oh my goodness. I mean, and I forget how young you are sometimes, but back in the day, people were saying that video game violence caused violence in real life.
Oh, I remember that.
They might be right in this case. In this particular case, they might be right for Mortal Kombat.
Yeah,
oh my goodness.
I remember the first Mortal Kombat game I played. I think I was in Mortal Kombat 2 or 3. And we've come a long way with regards to that relation and that gore. And I was like, oh my
I mean, I was like, okay, I think you should pull back. This is me saying, you should pull back just a little, pull back, because I know you're going a bit too far.
The gore filter.
I mean, and if this is how it is in 2023, imagine how it's going to be in 2033. I cannot imagine.
Oh man, that's true.
So yeah, I want to say hi to people in chat. New Soul, Pop, Bonsai, Rio. That's you. When are you going to change your name, man? When are you going to change your name?
The thing is, wait, can you? I tried changing my name. Oh, whoops. I should probably change that. Because I thought it's something to kick back and I was like, okay, yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that.
Sandgroper and Captain Jones and Doc Flanagan, how's everybody? And you write a smoke on YouTube, how's everybody doing? I don't see anyone on Kick yet, but hopefully someone will join us in Kick. But yeah, that's what I've been doing this week. Plus, I had the Flight Rhythm on the People's Radio last Friday, and if you want to check the recording of that, that's on the Twitter page. And I will be on Captain Table this Saturday.
Booyah! Gotta check him out, folks. Show some support.
So I'll be kind of busy, but yeah. So you ready for this show?
Oh, I am so ready. I think we have a good bit of things that we could talk about.
So yeah, let me do my monologue real quick then. So for episode 99, I was inspired by Prince, as you may recall. For episode 100, I was inspired by Michael Jackson. So I wonder who inspired me this time. Well, let's find out. 101 episodes, including this one. If you have a screen problem, I feel bad for you, son. We got 101 episodes, including this one. Hit me.
I'm lost. I need some help here.
Okay, I'm gonna do it one more time, but hey, sing it with me. We got 101 episodes, including this one. Hit me.
Jay-Z. I mean, to be honest with you, you should have did that one on the 99 one.
I know, but I was more inspired by Prince.
Okay, gotcha.
But
why didn't you combine the two, though?
Say it again?
What? You should have combined the two.
I'll leave that to you. That's more talent than I have.
Okay, no problem.
All you doing fist and pop and face.
070, yeah. Good.
Let's have it on board.
Yeah.
See, the young people didn't have any idea. Jade and Kalrati had no idea.
Listen,
I thought nailed it.
When you said I have 100 and something, I was thinking Pokemon. You got 150 for all to see. It'll be your Pokemon. I thought it was that. I didn't know it was like what
you're gonna have to do your own monologue in addition to mine on this show from now on. Do that again. What? How does it go?
It's a Pokemon song where you just you sing all the Pokemon from start to finish. You got 150 for all to see.
Jade evidently agrees with you, so it must be a generation thing. All right, so we didn't have our Star Citizen Live last week, and we didn't have a sneak peek last week, but because of Invictus restarting, so they jumped right into Invictus, so will we. So let me bring it up. What was that, Pop?
Didn't we have a sneak peek?
Not that I saw. I tried to look for it, but I didn't see one because we had Invictus week
with the little cube thing.
Oh, that was the let me check that.
Wasn't that
the cube thing?
Yeah, it was like
Cause I looked in the newsletter and it was on Invictus.
There is one. I'll find it for you. I know what you're talking about.
It's like a little futuristic.
It looks like
maybe
it looks like a challenge coin. Looks like a challenge coin.
Like, yeah.
Oh, how did I miss it then? Because I was looking at my email. I didn't see it.
You're too busy trying to put together these monologues. That's the problem.
Okay.
All right, so Griffin's on the job, so we'll bring that up. But Invictus launch week. Let's start with that. So yes, they started on Friday, and there was no SEO, so we jumped right into that, and they had let's call it. Let's look at the schedule. They had Miss Mirai and Crusader Entries on Monday. I'll start with Mirai because they had the Fury out and about. So yeah, anybody get anything for Miss Mirai and hold on. Click on it again. Oh, Crusader Entries. You anyone get anything for those two days?
Well, go ahead, Pops.
No. Karate first.
Okay. So I was gonna say, it's been a while, but I actually bought a ship.
Ooh,
it's been about 3 years. I actually bought the Fury.
Which one? The main one?
Yeah, the main one. And I've been actually having a pretty good blast with it. I actually have a Cutlass. Yeah, I'm being cheap. And that's my carrier. I'm just literally fitting my Fury.
Wait. How much room is in there? I actually put that in there.
Well, you can fit it through like the edge. You have a good bit of room, like in the general area, just after it near the.
But it's taking up almost the whole thing.
Yeah, just the entrance part, But other than that, we're fine.
Okay. All right.
It's a nice carrier. Drake does it. Drake works.
Okay. Is it me? Is it me or Karate? Do you like small, medium ships? Is that what it is?
I do actually.
Okay.
So I'm more of a freighter guy. So I really love the large freight ships. But until trading and everything is more I would say
yeah.
fleshed out. That's why I haven't looked to earning to buy like the Hercules or C2 those ships again, because I have had them before in game, but I was like, after the wipe I was like, "No, I'll hold off for now." But currently I really do love my light fighters because I really like PvP sometimes.
Yeah.
Captain Jones said you're slacking, Kalrati. You can get three in a cutlass.
Oh man, hey, I think Captain Jones is. I think they're trying to entice me to spend more money in CIG.
You can get 2-pack plus one more.
So Kalrati. So do you? I'm assuming this. So do you pirate right now?
Oh man,
since because whatchamacallit is not all the way there. So that's like your alternate, I guess, profession.
So I'm glad that you asked that, because the plan has been, I'm waiting for 319.1 to come online with a little bit of extra improvements. The plan was to actually go with the Madam. I'll fly the Cutlass. I'll park it somewhere and, just to see near outposts and such who may be vulnerable in mining specifically. And I'll deploy the Fury, take out the Prospector as quickly as possible. Sorry, all miners. And then we'll take their bags, right? She'll have a Prospector, so we'll just switch the bags, and we can carry it to the refineries and sell it that way. So that's been the overall plan. That way we can make it work kind of with two people. But yeah, that's been my kind of idea to see how well it can work. But yeah, so if I see an opportunity comes up, I'm definitely showing no mercy. No matter how well I know you.
Okay. See, because I thought for a minute that it was more of a research thing. Like, okay, hey, I'm going to do this sort of way that I can understand the weaknesses and weak points of, of folks where I don't get caught out there. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's definitely research. I'm researching to see how hard I can make people feel. Yeah. Definitely.
Okay. Oh, okay. Gotcha. I understand a little bit better now.
All right. So Pop, was that what you wanted to say, or did you got something too?
Now are you just asking for?
Yeah, we're just asking for the first 2 days so far.
Two. Okay. Yeah. No.
Nothing for the first two. Okay.
I seriously thought about the little one, the little gnat bug ship. When I watched Griff and Ops Chief mess around with it, and it made me think it would be the perfect companion for Starfarer. Starfarer could refuel it, and it could, jump out in case of any somebody's attacking it while it's refueling or something like that. But I didn't get one.
Yeah, I mean, I would tempt. I mean, if it had a quantum drive, I would be seriously tempted. But if it had a quantum drive, it would be like almost twice the money too. So yeah, I didn't pick one up. I might pick up the concierge skin though, to just so have something. But yeah, I didn't pick one up. But we're going to backtrack a little bit because Griffin posted the sneak peek that I somehow missed. But yeah, here we go. And the subtitle is "What is the chance of that?" And yeah, I see the cube and everything. I don't know how I understand. I'll look for it after the show. But yeah, so that is the sneak peek. What do people think? I guess. Well, yeah, you go ahead. What do people think?
I wonder.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say what the history behind it.
It's a chance cube.
Oh, okay. So it's from Shion then.
Think about Star Wars.
I was thinking it was going to be
Holocron.
I was gonna say I think it might be this year's code that they give at the Bar Citizens.
Was just like you said. I hear you whispering in my ear. So is this like kind of like the holocron? Is this some type of unlocking of secrets and coordinates?
Cube.
That's chance cube. Okay.
What is
All
a
right.
chance cube?
You guys don't remember from Star Wars You guys don't remember Qui-Gon when he bet for whether or not Anakin could win the race, and the guy had a cube like that rolled?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I remember that.
That's what I think it is because of the title.
Mm.
What is the chance of this?
Oh, got you. It just like I said before earlier, it made me think of a futuristic Rubik's cube or something. Could be that like that. Something like
I like the Big 12 Satan's answer. It looked like something she could visit with for her ADHD. a fidget spinner for the future. Yeah, I like that answer.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, but my guess is something from it's a new thing for Box Edition, but if it's not, then I don't know.
I wonder if we will see something like holocrons in the game. You know, since they have a lot of references.
I don't know. Well, what would they be used for? In Star Wars, they hold knowledge.
Right. I mean, it's the same. All you got to do is flip it. Same concept. Holding knowledge, coordinates to something, right? You know, coordinates to an artifact or to a place or something. That's basically what it is. Just a map.
Yeah, that's what made me think of some kind of navigation piece. You plug you plug in and it guides you somewhere.
Is that the thing you're talking about, Griffin?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't recognize it. All right. So that is the sneak peek. So we already did that, and we're doing so let me show a video of Invictus launch week. This is only a minute and a half, so I'm not gonna go full screen, but yeah, we can check this out and then down meet it and we can talk about it. But yeah, this is the Invictus launch week 2953 One Empire. Kalrati, can you put your link in the chat room, please?
Oh yeah, sure.
In a galaxy so vast, can one person make an impact? How do we rise above? Through camaraderie and competition, we coalesce. In our darkest hours, when all seems hopelessly lost. And in our proudest moments, we find in each other strength, hope, solidarity, the courage to leave the familiar behind in pursuit of the next great adventure. One person can make an impact, but together, we are capable of greatness. Each of us, part of something bigger. One galaxy. One empire. United in purpose.
Man, the propaganda is strong in this one. So what do y'all think?
Vote Addison.
All right. Curious.
Hope. Hope.
All right. Was this the that was a Banu in there, right?
Oh yeah, one of the paintings. Yeah.
One of them was a Banu. Is this the first time they've ever showed the Banu for Invictus? A Banu.
Yeah, that is true.
I think so. Yeah, the previous time was the Xi'an.
Yeah, I've never.
I think it was the first time for. I think so. Can't remember for sure.
Yeah, I don't remember. I mean, I've seen them so many times in other concept works and everything like that. I'm not sure if I've ever seen them in official lore.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, not sure. Jay said vote Addison too. So yeah, propaganda is strong. You talking about this one right here? Solidarity.
Yeah.
Yeah, there he is. Yeah.
Yeah, well, then again, when you think about the storyline of them meeting, I guess that does fit, because when we did the thing for Paul, and definitely big shout out to him, learning a lot from that. series. That's how the way they became the band new and the relationship started. You know, was pretty much you could say by accident.
Yeah, the rocky start.
Almost a terrible accident.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Now,
what do you think? Oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, did anybody else see the monster? It was like the two red eyes. It was almost
Oh
like a
yeah,
monster.
I saw that. I was wondering what that was.
Yeah. I was wondering myself if that actually supposed to be the outline of something.
It would have been really
not
cool
sure.
if we got the spray painting for Invictus though, similar to how they did. I think the was it for last year's IAE where they had the paint? No, it was the previous one. Where they had the paint on the building at Microtech on the building surface. So just to see a reflection. But oh well, soon TM.
Yeah, Jade asked if anyone seen this art in game. I have not. Not that I know.
I have
of.
not. No.
And I mean, it's pretty interesting. Oh, you talking about the eyes right there? Okay, yeah. The eyes right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice
and
that.
Kind of see a little bit of a body and two arms. Yeah.
I guess that's a Van Duel. I'm not sure. But yeah, so yeah, what was that? Oh yeah, so what do you think of the art and the art style this year?
Yeah, I liked it. The graffiti.
Yeah, that was really cool. It kind of reminds me. Remember, like possibly those Photoshop actions.
Oh yeah.
So this is what I'm hoping for, to have a very sustainable, I would call it sustainable way of delivering narrative content in the game. You don't have to motion cap everything. When you have missions and specific storyline driven missions, in between, you can have these kind of art styles to drive the narration, so you can save time and potentially resources on mocap. So it was really interesting to see that they actually use that kind of art style to kind of help narrate the whole history behind Invictus.
It'd be funny, because I think performance capture has gotten so ubiquitous now. That's a big word, I know, but it got so popular now that it might cost about the same to have some kind of artist to do the artwork as opposed to just doing performance capture. So I'm not sure if it really
make a good point there.
To do it this way.
Yeah,
especially the way they did it, how they did it a time lapse like this.
Right. Yeah.
So,
then again, I have to ask though too, with all that is going on with AI, because I've been trying to keep a close eye on it to just to understand what's going on out there with it, because I've seen some things where you can basically take a photo, because I'm glad you mentioned that though, Kalrati. You can take a person, like a film, and a person is basically kind of playing out themselves or whatever, or the character in a video, and then you can tell this AI, this is the subject, replace him with a character, an alien or whatever it is that you've created. And it looks pretty good.
Yeah, I saw a Superman fan film for like Superman 2 with what's his name, Henry Calvin,
right.
Cavill, and it looked so real to me. I'm like, whoa, that looked pretty almost legit. I was like surprised, but it was done by AI, and it sounded like him too. So I was like, I don't know. I know what you mean though.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. AI is kind of it's a touchy subject.
It's
right
a touchy
now.
one, yeah.
Very touchy subject, especially like you said, from the creative side. From art to music, so on and so forth.
Now I remember.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was going to say that I remember when graffiti was simply a gang thing, and I'm quite sure Griff probably remember when it actually became an art style. Because it was just something that people used to tag their territory, the trains and things like that. Then, a lot of artists started coming up and coming out of that genre of that. So I always thought graffiti was from a spray can how they got so intricate and detailed with it. I always thought that was amazing what they could do with with the spray can, colored spray cans.
Yeah.
We won't have spray cans in the game. No way.
So that is Invictus Launch Week 2053, One Empire. That is the trailer for that. So up next we have, so speaking of the Mirai Fury, this is the Mirai Fury. This is the first one, the base model, I guess you want to call it that. And they have all the details and information about that. I don't think it came with a brochure. No brochure in this one. But yeah, it has a whole bunch of offers, especially if you're a chairman club, which is the concierge level. They come with the 1-pack, the 2-pack, and a 4-pack for the concierge, and then what is it? A 12-pack?
Oh man, I saw someone in an 890 jump trying to fit as many Furies in the front hanger as much as possible. Most likely, they would have bought this pack.
So people just bought these packs just to see how many ships they.
The problem with this pack is you can't separate them. At least not yet. You have to wait till the game is launched. So you're gonna have like 12 of these things in your hangar, and you can load them out and stuff like that, but you can't really separate them.
Oh man.
They don't want to separate them. That's for the person who owns a ship like a Kraken and wants to have the ships already on board, so all their friends have to do is jump on it. They don't have to wait on their friends to download their ships and their ships and everything else. So it's that 12-pack is not intended for anything like melting or anything like that. And there's only certain people are going to spend $5 on those little balls anyway.
Yeah, clear.
Thank you for that, Griffin. Good point. I didn't think of it that way. But yeah, the 550 for that, and that's all war bond. And there's more war bonds offer. You got the single pack, you got the twin pack, the MX and the base. Got the quad pack again. And what? They have the chairman and the war bonds. They're both the same, but yeah. The skin, the paint is different. That's what it is. You have the leatherback paint for the chairman's club and the normal skin for the war bond outfit. Okay. And you have credit offers, just the RSI credit, where I think they have 10 years insurance instead of LTI. And the formation pack for the 12-pack is $610 as opposed to $550, so it's $60 USD more expensive. And you got the paint, you got the 4-pack paint, got the 3-pack paint, and you got all of them separate. My favorite are the Tengu, the red one, and I think the white one looks pretty good. But I normally don't go for white, but I think the white looks pretty good on this one. I'm not really happy about the green one. How about y'all?
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm more of the Tengu and Templar paint myself.
That is the Mirai Fury upgrade now. Then you have the Mirai MX, as opposed to the Fury that has guns. I think it's 8 size 1 and 12 size one or the other, but this one has 8 size 1 missiles and 12 size 2 missiles. So and it has the front cover that goes up, and I thought that was cool. And like I said, I like the way it looked. And if it had a quantum drop, I would probably get that one, but it doesn't have, so I'm not.
One thing I must advise though, I don't know if they fixed it on the PTU. When I was testing out the MX on the first day, I was in landing mode. The landing mode levitation wasn't kicking in, so it was bouncing on the surface. So if anyone's been experiencing that and there's an issue, council report, feel free to contribute. Hopefully they fixed it though, and maybe maybe it was a server for the show that I was on.
So do you guys think this will be entered into racing? I'm not sure how long the fuel lasts. Like, will it last for 20? Or it probably will last for that long, but I'm not sure. Do you think this will be used for racing?
Most likely, yeah. They've even made some improvements in the latest patch. I don't know about the feedback with regards to the fuel improvements that they've made, but I think one of the issues also was that there was some it was the fuel was going down pretty quickly when I tested it on 319 on
So,
the Area
so
18
what you're
track.
saying is that's not on purpose. That's a glitch or bug.
Well, it wasn't a bug. I think they were just tweaking.
Okay.
Yeah, because it was going down pretty quickly, relatively quickly when I was racing in the Area 18 track. But I think most likely they haven't explained exactly in the patch notes about the fuel tweaking, but most likely they may have reduced the fuel consumption rate.
Cool.
I would say.
So yeah, that is the Mirai Fury, and I'm looking forward to more strips from Mirai. No, I'm not gonna make the joke tonight. But yes, so real quick, this is the promotion for the Mirai Fury. So this is only a minute, so I'm gonna let you play while we watch.
If you push something to its absolute limit, a body, a weapon, gravity itself, does it break? Or does it break through? Power beyond expectation. Class-defying maneuverability. Transformative integration of Xi'an tech and design. A revelation in short-range combat. Unleash the fury. Only from Mirai.
Yeah, they got their marketing on point for this.
Yeah,
I look pretty
that
good.
was awesome. And apparently, I don't know if anyone can confirm, but they got Byron Mann. He had started in The Expanse, and I believe in Carbon. I can't remember the name, but he was an actor. Yeah, Altered Carbon. And he was an actor in both of those, and he was the voice. But I don't know if anyone can confirm that.
Okay, cool.
No, Kalrati, it's gonna be hard for you to chase prospectors when they can go to Quantum.
Oh no! I mean, so it was a bit of an elaborate plan, right? So the main plan was to actually test and see how quickly I could actually disable or destroy the prospector using the Fury, given its ordnance, and if it can destroy the prospector quick enough, then we won't necessarily need a Mantis or a Cutlass Blue. But I haven't tested it yet, so we'll see.
I mean, if its signature is small enough, I did pick up one. I got like all the colors and stuff like that. So I mean, it's a cool ship. Of course, you need like a parent ship to kind of bring it places.
Yeah.
And it will be interesting to see how you refuel it, because if you need a ship to refuel it, if you're say throwing it into a freelancer max, you need to be able to like do something. You need to be able to refuel it. And I know they're going to come in with manual refueling eventually, but we'll see how they.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the main kind of points that a lot of persons are commenting on. Its value would increase even more once we actually get that kind of that ability to at least transfer fuel from the parent ship onto these snub ships.
Yep. So right now we have the Q&A for the Mirai Fury. I think last week I posted they were taking questions for it, and these are the results. So real quickly, they say, what is the smallest ship the Fury can fit into easily? And they say the Cutlass Black and consolidated Nomad. So you got the Cutlass Black and Nomad. Those are the smallest ones. Can the weapons on the Fury be replaced? And it said no. The Fury's weapons mount are not interchangeable with missile rack. It's the same as the other ship. Given the size, the MX missile rack are bespoke. So only the missiles themselves can be swapped out for different types. So you can only swap out the ammo, but not the weapons themselves. How does the Fury perform relative to melee, Archimedes, and speed, agility, firepower, and durability? Pretty well. Speed and agility wise, it's very competitive, though it is at the expense of durability. Does the Fury have the personal storage or weapons rack? and there's no space for weapons racks. However, there's a personal storage area, and also you'll be storing this on another ship. So hopefully, on the ship that you're carrying the Fury in, will have those things. So yeah. How does the Fury compare to the light fighters like the Anvil Arrow? Quite favorably. While it is a snub due to lack of quantum drive, it was designed by Mirai to go toe-to-toe with other light fighters and had the weapons loadout to compete against them. Like other light fighters, its weakness is its durability, and given its size, a few roleplay shots can be catastrophic. So yeah, I think people have been complaining about having wings shot off or having weapons shot off and stuff like that. Yeah, so Kalrati, you're the only one here who's flown one at the moment.
Yeah, well, I can definitely attest to the durability. It's similar to the Car 12. You take off one engine, by Fury.
Right.
Yeah, it's a lot difficult to handle, even in space sometimes, if you take out or if you disable one engine. But it definitely feels a lot more compact, and it feels, especially when racing, it feels more comfortable knowing that you don't have any extended wings that you think is gonna chip off or so. So it allows you to kind of push the ship even further, knowing that you don't have to worry too much about its profile. Yeah.
All right, cool. Thank you. Does the Fury have an ejection mechanism for the pilot? No, it does not, or you cannot eject. They may able to make it a Drake in that case, but yeah, it's Mirai instead. How does the Fury power signature compare to other snub ships? It is comparable as they share a similar set of power shielding and cooling components, with the only weapon differentiating their power requirement, so pretty comparable. Does the Fury leverage any alien technology in its design? Mirai is a sub-brand of NEST, so benefits of the parent company relationship with the benefits from the parent company relationship with the Xeon race. As such, the Fury utilizes alien structure technology, which can be seen in the rear of the ship. And people have been complaining about losing thrusters too, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if you lose your thruster, you'll be spinning in circles almost. How well does the Fury fly in the atmosphere compared to space? Above average compared to other ships due to its low mass and thrusters that can hit many angles of thrust. It's one of the easier ships to fly in the atmosphere. And how safe is the glass cabin in combat? As safe as it can be given its visibility requirement, the MX has a deployable blast shield that provides some extra damage resistance. I don't know how much faith I would put into those. It looks, I mean, people call it like a glass cannon for
yeah,
literally a glass cannon in this case.
As it should be.
I mean, I call it the glass and the Furious, but they call it the Fast and the Furious instead.
Okay.
So. So that's what they call more than one Fury. So yeah, that's the Q&A. Nothing really stand out to me. Anything stood out to any of y'all in the Q&A? I didn't see anything really unexpected.
The only thing that stood out to me was a question about the ejection. I thought it would be really cool if it did be that little bubble, would eject and kind of just zip through space for a little while, and you'd be in that little, like a little.
That would be cool.
Kind of, I just thought that would be really cool.
Like a pod, right? But,
a little glass bubble pod.
Yeah, that'd be too close to EVE Online, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I don't know EVE Online.
It would be similar to the mechanic that they said with the talents, which they haven't brought online yet. So
no, wait. Yeah, the talents do eject like that though.
Oh, really? They do?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh man, it's such a bummer that they didn't integrate it similarly for the Fury then.
Yeah.
Only thing is though, with the talons, like you do eject from it. If I remember correctly, the last time I was in mines, the problem is though it still ejects your body from that capsule.
Oh, it doesn't eject the pod.
No, it ejects the pod.
Right.
But your body still, for some reason, I don't know, maybe it corrected, I don't know, but for some reason, the last time I did it, it was obviously about a year or so ago, but I rejected, and the pod, I remember seeing the pod come off of the ship, but my body also ejected from the pod too.
Oh, okay. So you
see
didn't
what I
stay
mean?
in the pod app. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
I was like, but maybe there's something that they'll have to work
Right.
at.
Right.
All right. So yeah, that is the Mirai Fury Q&A. Up next we have, merchandise. We won't spend too much on this, but I decided to go ahead and get a replacement shirt because I had a shirt from Star Citizen, well, it's a Star Citizen shirt, but I got it in 2018, so it's been 5 years, and it developed a hole in it. So I so I got to replace. You can't have that when you're rocking Star Citizen merchandise. But other than that,
Exactly.
I mean, other than that, that's probably the only thing I spent on Invictus week so far. We'll get to the other ships in a bit, but that's what I spent on Star Citizen. I just replaced the shirt. How about any of y'all?
Yeah,
No clothing.
no clothing, no
No clothing?
merchandise.
Nope.
Matter
No,
of fact,
I do need to get a T-shirt though, but one day I need to get a new one.
Yeah, I'm getting a Soul Citizen shirt.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
first. Soul
Yeah, I got
That's
one of
really
those too.
cool.
I got 2 of those actually.
Okay.
I'm not wearing a new one right at the moment, but yeah, I wore it last week. Hold on, let me find a shirt that I got. Okay, yeah, I got this one. It says $30 right here, but it's actually $21.
Mm.
Listen, they need to do something.
$24.
They need to do something about their website with regards to this. Since 2015, I think it lasted for about 4 years. I was I after buying my hat and my shirt in 2015, I kept looking at the store. Every product was out of stock, and I kept wondering why that's the case. I've always bought I bought these products before, and I couldn't figure it out. And then on the 4th year, something told me to just scroll down, and I saw that there was a place where you can change your country. And after changing my country, that's when I had the ability to order the products. I have to go all the way down, and that's how I was able to realize, I have to change my country. And because of that, I did not buy a single product because I couldn't. Everything was being everything was running out of stock. So they have to at least change that and kind of drag it up. At least drag it up.
Yeah.
Good to know. But yeah, this is interesting. Like I said I got mine for 21, but when I first loaded the page, it was on small. And for the small size, it's $24, but for a large size, it's $21. So I don't know why the small costs more than the large, but hey, I'm there for it.
They got something against small people?
I guess so. I wonder if I could have saved more money if I got medium. Nope, 21 still.
Nah, but you can save more money if you switch to Geico though.
All right, so that is merchandise for Invictus week. I look like I'm the only one who got stuff. They had a lore piece this week, the portfolio Invictus launch week of history. I didn't get a chance to read this. I think I read stuff like that from previous years, but they seem to be added to it. So they got the indoctrination, modernization, and it should be an interesting read if you're into that. But yeah, that is the lore piece. Portfolio in which it's long week of history. Jay said see Reddit. So Jay, come on now. So yeah, you got the Tumbril storm. This took me by surprise when I first started.
It took you by storm, right?
Oh boy, Kalrati.
Right?
You want my job, Kalrati? That's what you doing? Trying to steal my job. You don't want my job? You want your job? Come on here now. No, so the Tumbril Storm assault vehicle, the unstoppable force of nature. So I thought, I mean, I wasn't really feeling this until I saw the ISC, but we'll get to that later in a bit. But yeah, did anyone have any interest in the Tumbril Storm? It's a tank. A one-man tank, one-person tank. Sorry.
Now, are we going to talk about it now? We're going to wait till.
I see.
Yeah, well,
you want to wait?
yeah, that's
probably
a good
wait,
point.
right? Let's wait.
Well, the thing is, we have a well, I wanted to say they're taking questions for the Tumbril Q&A. So if Kalrati, we can put that in the in chat for me. Yeah, if you want to submit a question for the developers about the Tumbril Storm, make sure you go into that thread and follow the rules, and maybe you'll get it answered. So yeah, we'll probably cover it after the ISC. So that's a good point. Thank you for that. But before that, we do have the RSI Lynx. And I do want to cover this right now before we get to, because we even though they have that in the ISC too, but I'm going to cover this right now. So yeah, the Lynx rover. I've been looking forward to this forever. Not forever, not as long as the Michelin, but it's been a long time since I've been looking forward to this, and it's finally here. I haven't got one yet. I'm waiting for, not waiting for, but when I'm less busy, I'll pick up 2 or 3 as the LTI token for the social citizen giveaway. But has anyone else gotten any Lynx rovers?
Yeah, we got one. We put it. Yeah. I don't know if you want to really talk about it. We just got one. We always.
These are expensive LTI tokens.
Stuff, you know.
With the 2 of us.
What was that, Kuchinaga?
Yeah.
Just gonna say these are expensive LTI tokens. You just might as well get the Fury.
Well, 55.
Aren't these? Is this $55?
Yeah, for Warbond. Yeah.
Yeah, it's what, $5 more.
$5 more than the Ursa Wolf. Yeah. So $10 more for RSI credit, but yeah. And I think most of us were right about the price. We said 60 or 50 or 55 for Warbond. I think most of us got it right.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone was saying like 70 or anything like that. I mean, that's how much the storm is. But yeah, we could get back to that. So yeah, I do love the aesthetic. I mean, I know I've torn off vehicles because they're so cheap to get in the universe, and they're still cheap to get in the universe. But I love the look of this. But yeah.
Did
you go in Kalrati?
No, but the video that we're gonna show, it almost convinced me. I was like, oh man, you're gonna make me spend another thing after 3 years.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous video. I forget what I was doing, but I was like shocked by it. I kind of was like, I stopped what I was doing because it was off to the side, and I was like, holy crap, like this is fantastic. If you haven't seen it, it's coming up. It's unbelievable, and I know if you already have a Phoenix, you get this for free.
Right.
I really do expect RSI to redo the Phoenix. I just kind of am a little beside myself to like what to do with it. So because I mean the Phoenix goes pretty quick when it goes with sale too. So you have one fastcart?
I have it in buyback. The thing for me is I have a 600i. And it's cheaper than the Phoenix. The Phoenix is $350 US dollars, but my 600i I got for using roll bonds and stuff like that. It's only $270, so that's an $80 difference between the two. And if I
expect the thing to get like bigger, it has to get bigger, like the Phoenix.
And if I just get a Lynx added to that, it'll still be cheaper than $350 if I actually add 55 to 270. So yeah, I'm gonna stick with the 600i for now. Like I said, it's still in my backpack now. And you have all these packs. So, but before we get to the pack, you mentioned the video. The thing about the video is it has a song in it.
Yeah,
it's a commercial song.
Man, that song.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna mute the video. What I tell you is the reason why I spent a lot of time preparing for today's night's show, but this is my personal audio that I did for the video, and you're gonna hear me. You won't be able to communicate with me because this is me on the video. So even if you ban, even if you don't ban me now. It won't work because I recorded it 6 hours ago.
Are you telling us you ruined the video? Is that what
you ruined the song?
Oh my goodness!
Hey, you can't play the song because we're gonna copyright strike. So yeah. So here I'm gonna do go full screen, and then I'm going to hit play. So here we go.
Okay. All right.
Check baby, 1, 2, 3, 4. Check baby, 1, 2, 3. Check baby, 1, 2. Check baby, 1, 1. That rover. Oh man, look at that rover right here. Goodness gracious. That rover's fine, man. Look at it. She's just too fine. She knows she's fine too. She is banging. She's off the hook. She looks good. You're right. I bet you nobody can get that rover. I can get her. You can't get that rover? I guarantee you can get that rover. Watch me get that rover. I bet you a rebel in your tango. You can't. I can get her. All right. Simone then. Simone. Watch. You rolled in. I woke up. I never seen a pretty rover look so tough, baby. You got that look. Color you silver and gold. Color me taking a hold. Crucial. I think I want you. You got the look. You've got the hook. You sure enough to be cooking in my book. Your wheels are jamming. Your body's hector slamming. If the ride is good, let's get to driving. You got the look. You've got the look. Portholes and axles, portholes and axles. We like to roll over the portholes and axles, portholes and axles, portholes and axles. We like to roll over the portholes and axles, portholes and axles, portholes and axles. We like to roll over the portholes and axles, portholes and axles, portholes and axles. Give me the roll over the portholes and axles. Like a moth to a flame burned by the fire. My life is blind, can you see my desire? Like a moth to a flame burned by the fire. My life is blind, can you see my desire? That's the way Rover goes. Like a moth to a flame burned by the fire. My life is blind, can you see my desire? Like a moth to a flame burned by the fire. My life is blind, can you see my desire? That's the way Rover goes. We don't need another Rover. We don't need to know the way home. All we want is life beyond overgrown. Now put your hands up. Up in the club, you just woke up, I'm doing my own little thing. Decided to dip, now you want a trip, cause another Rover noticed me. I'm test driving her, she test driving me, don't pay her any attention. Just cried my tears for 10 good years, you can't be mad at me. Cause if you like it, you should've put a ring on it. If you like it, you should've put a ring on it. Don't be mad cause you see that she wants it. If you like it, you should've put a ring on it. The RSI Lynx Rover. Roll out.
Okay.
Well, we won't get a DMCA strike for that one.
Yeah. You got Janet in there. And you got Bay in there. So.
And I got Tina Turner.
Tina. Oh, I was trying to think of what the first one. Okay.
You got Tina Turner in there.
Okay.
Oh my! I wish I had the cameras on during the thing. Kalrati. Kalrati, are you okay over there?
I don't know. I'll tell you in a few minutes.
Okay.
Like it went from okay, what is he doing to then I don't know. I just started to cry, man.
Anyway, what do people think of the video? We'll leave my singing out of this, my performance out of this. What do people think of the video?
That's how you should probably put it on the community hub. Sorry, go ahead.
No, the music, the original music. Oh man, that thing is. I just envisioned a young lady standing in the middle of a coliseum after like a big battle race, and she's the only one like standing. That's the kind of feeling that song gave me. You know. It was so on point.
It is a good song. I wish we could have. I wish we could play it, but I'm afraid, like I said, we're getting in trouble for that. But it's a great song. But I put the link in chat for y'all if you want to play it with the original audio. That's not my remix.
I have the remix audio if you guys want, by the way.
Say it again.
The remix of
I have the remix audio. Yeah, I just retyped it from the URL. So
oh my goodness. Okay.
Oh yeah, you can see the URL. Okay, I might put it on private later, but it's unlisted at the moment. But you can't search for it. Anyway. Oh shoot! So wait. Oh, you put it in there. Oh, Kalrati! I thought I had put it in there by accident. That's you. Oh man. Anyway, so yeah, that is. I think it's a great video. A lot of people in the comment section were commenting on the looks of it, like this part right here. There's nothing currently in game that looks like that. Evidently, that's a planet in Pyro.
That's Pyro. Yeah, it's Pyro.
So again, they're projecting to the future as opposed to what's in game now, and it has its advantages and disadvantages. So people might see this and say, "Oh, that looks cool. I want to go to that place." You can't.
You know what? I'm gonna have to jump in here real quick because as I listened to your rendition, my God, as I listened to your rendition, I had the thought or notion to think, okay, yeah, Pops, let's take fastcart's thing and kind of make a parody of it and gonna put a little music to it.
It's already a parody. It's already a parody.
But then I thought to myself, and I thought to my computer, I thought to my speakers, I thought to my interface, I thought to my software, my DAW software, and everything that audio would go through. And I said, you know what? I can't do that to y'all. I can't do that to y'all. Y'all have treated me so good over the years and have taught me so much. I cannot do that to y'all.
Oh my goodness. You know what? The video came out around noon Eastern, so that's almost 10 hours ago. And I was thinking, you know what? I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube if I play this on air. Maybe I could ask New Soul if they have a song available and I could just play the song over the video. But I was like, no, there's only 10 hours left. I don't want to put them through that if they don't have anything. So let me just do my own thing. I thought it would only take me half hour, took me an hour to do all that. But yeah, so I think it worked out.
Regarding the okay, so the song, the video itself was it really is amazing. When you get a chance, you should listen to the real video and the real audio at the same time. You might stop in your tracks. I don't have a Phoenix. I have a Taurus. It might work on a Taurus. I was just like, I don't know what to do with this now. And I feel like if I buy it, I don't want to drive it. I want to have somebody else drive it so I can like enjoy, the back seat.
Right.
So, it's interesting. The windows have like a little hexagon shape to them. Like you kind of see like it's like almost etched. So I wonder if like they say the material is the same, but I'm hoping that like it doesn't get as dirty as quickly as like other vehicle windows get. But yeah, and I gotta give you credit, fastcart, for quick on the. He was quick on it, man. Yeah. You put it out really fast. You got a little bit of Tina Turner in there, which I greatly appreciate. I had that song on like so many times last night, looking at different concerts and stuff like that. I think Private Dancer is her actually favorite song. I was just watching something with her, Larry King. But yeah, it was definitely an interesting thing, and I guess folks, thank you for your effort. But it was almost terrifying at the same time.
Don't thank him, because he should have just played the video in silence.
I remember his potholes. Was it potholes or something holes?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that was Pump to the Bump by MC Hammer. That was my rendition of Pump to the Bump.
Yeah, that was the worst one too. I'm
sitting here like my worst one had got to be Beyonce.
No, that one was the worst one. The Pumps in the Bump. I was sitting here like, at first I was trying to figure it out, but after the second time you said it, I was like, oh boy, oh god. That was when MC Hammer tried to reinvent himself.
Yeah, Pump in the Bumps was a horrible song.
It was bad.
That's why I did it.
I mean, that song,
Anyway, enough about me singing. Back to the original video.
Apologies. Yeah, let's not. Well, it wasn't MC Hammer. That was Hammer.
Oh, by the way, but
Yeah.
oh shoot, it went off. But this part right here about the serial number. It says FU. I think that CID trying to tell us something. Or no,
I was wondering about
okay.
the RSI members who drive this are telling us something. That maybe I'm reading too much into that. I mean, it's something I know.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, I wonder if that has to mean anything, you know, because it's so like vivid in front of the screen. I was wondering if he was pulling like a Lucas, like, you know, George Lucas had, like, I forget the name of it, that movie, like the first movie he did.
TSX 11, 1138.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I wasn't sure if they were trying to do something.
Yeah, so, yeah, but that is the RSI Lynx commercial, and it looks excellent. The link is in chat, both mine and the original. Thank you, Kalrati. So if you want to check those out, go ahead and do so. And like I said, the song is pretty good. The song is called Last Mistake, and the singer is Lauren Archer. And I think it's Rob Cass and someone else who did the song. They have the people who did the song in the comments. Was that Kuchanagi?
No, I'm just going to tell you. Rob Cass and Joseph Taylor.
Joseph Taylor, thank you, and Lauren Archer.
Yeah,
who
Lauren
did
Archer.
the voice. Yeah. Oh yeah. So I think that's an excellent video. And I mean, I was gonna get the links anyway, but I think a lot of people got the link because of that video. So yeah, good work, CIG. And they also had the Q&A. They were taking questions for the links over last week. I put that in. We covered that last week, but this is the result of it. Here we go over a few of these real quick. Well, the passenger cabin has special cushioning or suspension to prevent gas inventory beverages from being jolted and traveling quickly. The suspension is slightly softer, providing a more comfortable ride for those aboard. However, it is ultimately based on the Ultra Class chassis, which requires some level of compromise to function off-road. The Lynx have better armor and shields compared to the Ursa rover. The Lynx shield remains the same. The hull is slightly also lighter, therefore less durable, though it does have some minor hull armor plating underneath to provide additional protection to bridge the gap. Will the Constellation finish and the ammo come with the rover, Lynx rover? So yes, for new and existing owners, the Constellation finish and ammo now include a Lynx rover. It has space and storage for bodyguards and the equipment. It is expected that the bodyguards are up front in the cockpit, and the storage will be available immediately behind them, so they're ready to exit and defend the vehicle if needed. So I guess there is storage, but according to the spectrum, not spectrum, but the space matrix, the ship spec matrix on the RSI side, I didn't see any storage, but I'll check that in a bit later. The passenger area closets set up as vehicle inventory. There are two of them next to each VIP seat in the rear. Does the Lynx have any extra means of self-defense like countermeasures? It does not have additional self-defense over the Ursa, but it does have the turret on top. As the Lynx has a different tire setup than the Ursa, will perform differently over uneven terrain. The Lynx has slightly higher top speed than the Ursa, given its lower weight and lower durability hull. The handling remains very much similar to the Ursa, only marginally influenced by the higher speed and softer suspension. So it's basically the same, except it's slightly slightly faster, and has better suspension. With the exterior and interior parts be interchangeable between the two RSI rovers. The ability to upgrade, change wheels and suspension is something you plan on in the future, but not for initial release. So I thought that was interesting. Has anything stood out to anything in particular, or anything that's a surprise to anyone so far?
No, that was a surprise for me, actually.
What was that?
No,
I
just
thought about the.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'm gonna say pop first.
No, are we gonna do Inside Star Citizen later and comment then, or do you know?
Oh yeah, I mean, for the Inside Star Citizen, we'll talk about the storm. but let's talk about the Lynx now.
Okay, the Lynx now. Yeah. Okay. Now the suspension piece stood out to me.
Yeah, you know what it kind of reminds me. Thank you for saying that, though, Pops. It kind of has like that you know how Cadillac how Cadillac model. I mean, not model, but advertised how their ride is, which really is. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Back in the day when I haven't been in one in so long, but Caddy when it goes over bumps, it's like floating.
Okay, I've never been in a Caddy. Well, I don't recall being in a Caddy. I don't want to say never.
Yeah,
so I don't know anything about that. You want to say something, Kalrati?
Oh no, I was just gonna say that while we know that wheels can come off of vehicles since the very beginning, when we first saw that that preview of 3.0, it was with the Sandworm, that video. We haven't had much or received much information about changing wheels and suspensions and those things. So it seems as though they're sticking to that. So I'm very curious to see how granular they make it. It may not be too in depth, but it's still cool that they're still looking to that, given that these wheels can come off upon damage.
Now, I gotta ask the snob leader, excuse me, if this particular vehicle would be a vehicle that the snobs would approve of.
I mean, it comes to the Phoenix. I think someone else who's officially stopped can comment to that, but I think they're mostly for ships rather than vehicles. But I'm not sure.
Okay.
But
I'm just kidding.
It just made me. Well, first, do they plan on making a vehicle for the 890 for Origin? I know they have a bike.
The G12 for the 600i.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
So,
I get you. Yeah, because that is true. Because that's the G12, but those are like, how many seats are in that one? Those.
Two.
It's two.
Two.
Yeah, two.
But they don't have like the Lynxes where it's more.
I don't know.
Oh,
I forget.
Oh, can you direct me to that to that reply? Because I've never seen that answer though. The snobs they put out there.
Oh, the snobs have already answered that.
Okay, I'm just curious. I just wanted to know.
All right. Oh, by the way, I think his Divine Shadow said he's willing to be a chauffeur for someone, so maybe you can play driving Miss Daisy. That's up to y'all, though.
I mean, this is the most luxurious ship I think they have out, like vehicles wise, that we've seen in like pictures and stuff like that. Like this is I think this is way better than the G12, because G12 it's just like the driver and the passenger. This is like you're in the back looking at your stock market quotes and stuff.
You're gonna get those Origin owners worked up, man. You're gonna get those Origin owners worked up.
Yeah,
I agree with you, though.
Yeah, too bad I can't fit in that RSI in that Rover, man.
All right, so let's continue on with the Kune. So the Lynx had roughly the same exterior dimensions as Ursa Rover. That's been the same ship. One of the core tenets of the Lynx production line is to ensure it does not exceed the dimensions of the Ursa, allowing the complete compatibility with the entire constellation lineup as well as other ships. So it's basically the same dimension. I think it might be slightly smaller in some aspects because of the armor. The Lynx has luxurious interiors for meetings and short excursions that include a bed. That's basically the question. So there's no onboard bed, but the seats are pretty comfy. So you cannot bed log out into this. But like I said, for the Mirai Fury, this is designed to go on a ship which has a bed. So yeah. How do players access the vehicle components such as fuel generators? Immediately upon entering the vehicle, the component bay is ahead of you, hidden behind some paneling alongside the weapon rack and mission box storage. What stands out for the Lynx that would have me pick this over the Ursa Rover? The Lynx provides slightly more agile and faster methods of transport with exceptional views for all aboard. The 12 has much less practical rear section for cargo transport. The Lynx come with a higher grade component compared to the Ursa Rover. Aside from the weapon, the items themselves are the same grade as the Ursa. So you can upgrade those, I guess. The Lynx Rover comes with or has options for specific paints and customization. Yeah, paints are available. I think it's on the previous page. I can go back to them in a bit. The link comes stock with a thread, and champagne is provided by default for the link alongside a few software beverages. So people like Colosso, watch out for him if he gets on
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so go back to the previous page. That's the standalone, the paint. So they had their 4-pack, 3-pack paint, and they had the Moonrise, and you got the Moon Shadow and the Nebula. And I believe the Moonrise is the Chairman's Club. Yep, Moonrise is the Chairman. So if you're a Chairman person, get this now because it won't be available later. So yeah. All right, so that is the links. So up next we have the loaner for the ship matrix. The ship matrix loaner has been updated. If you at the very top, if you get a link, you also get an Aurora MR. Not sure why, but that's nice, I guess. And if you scroll down to the Storm, if you pick up the Storm, you get a loaner of a Nova and the Aurora MR. So you get 2 for the price of 1.
I thought the Lynx was in game. No.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
Yeah. The people who have a link will get an Aurora with that. Yeah. It's not that you get an Aurora MR. You get the link, or if you have the link, you get an Aurora MR as a loaner. And the same thing for the Storm. If you get a Storm, you get a Nova and an Aurora MR as a loaner. I thought that's interesting.
Yeah, it seems like for every ground vehicle, you get Aurora, because if you were to check for the XL1, they also give you an Aurora MR, and for the Nox as well, it seems so.
Oh yeah, the X1 Advance could yeah, okay, yeah.
And the STV and yeah.
Well, yeah, that is the loaner ship matrix. And this came out like 3 hours ago, like noon, I want to say, up Eastern. And oh yeah, to go Kalrati, you posted there the character repair. The tool is currently active again. So you want to tell us about that?
Yeah, sure. So the character repair, from what Benoit Beauséjour has said from last year, it's a bit more granular than the character reset tool. To not only allow us to repair specific things in our accounts, but also to take some load off the back end. So for those who've been experiencing the infinite loading that some of you would have experiencing, if you repair it, you should get that infinite loading on live repaired. So it should be working for you. I know also, there was another bug where if you were to interact with the kiosk for renting or even trying to rent a ship, it would fail. This resolves it as well. So it resolves some of those things. Of course, just keep in mind, if I recall correctly, I think Jade or Heaven or anyone can correct me, or even in chat or in the call to correct me. If you were to do the character repair, you cannot change your location anymore compared to the character reset. So some things remain the same for character reset, but some things change for character repair. So if you were to lose items, for example, sub items, either in game or so, you cannot get them back by doing a character reset. But it does, for the purpose of solving issues that can't really be solved as a last resort, the character repair tool seems to be doing its job. I don't think for everybody there are still those outliers, but I think generally it's a relief to have it back. And just to add a little bit to this, they're also looking into the 30k recovery as well. I think it's now officially on the live service as well. I haven't tested it out completely. That would require hoping a 30k occurs. I don't know that. But that's also available on the live service as well. So so hopefully we can do some trading and some other things with regards to moving stuff, and without incurring the loss of our cargo in our ship. So, yeah.
Cool. So yeah, thank you for that. And that is the character repair is currently active again. We're gonna blast through these real quick and then get to ISC. But next we have Oh yeah, this weekend Star Citizen, they had the annual Beacon event in Belgium. I haven't seen any coverage of that, but hopefully, someone like Newify or something like that will have something for us soon. Tomorrow, we have Star Citizen Live return with the all ship roundtable for the favorite vehicle team. Get the questions into Spectrum before broadcast Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern. 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern, 4 p.m. UTC. And you get your newsletter in your inbox that I missed last week somehow. Saturday they have the next race in Community Stanton 7 Series. This time taking out the B2 PTV racetrack and visit center to head over to Admiral Esports website for detail. And speaking of the Star Citizen Live, they're taking a question. You're taking questions, and I think I posted this earlier in the week in Discord, but there are quite a few good questions up there already, notably about the Polaris and the Maximus and stuff like that. So if you want to have any questions, go ahead and ask. If you want to look through the questions that are already asked and upvote them to make sure that they are asked, go ahead and do that too. So yeah, that is the looking for questions Star Citizen Live for tomorrow. And one more. Oh yeah. Invictus launch week, Luxus challenge. All through the week they've been doing challenges for screenshot. Basically, if you get picked, you win something. You win something from that day or those 2 days from like the Aegis or Anvil. And this time they're doing RSI and the other manufacturers. But basically the ILW 2953 Luxus challenge. Keep calm, young fellow. You didn't hear a grenade impact with the popping of champagne cork. Instruction: grab a ship or vehicle from the current exhibitors and show us how you transform a danger zone into a comfort zone. Champagne and explosions make great contrast. We want your best photo community hub. So do that, and you'll be eligible to win. And the prize is a RSI Andromeda standalone ship with LTI. So yeah, check that out. I have winners from previous days, but I think I'm gonna skip that in lieu of going to ISC. So let's skip that and just go to ISC. So yes, I think the first part is the RSI Lynx. So we'll just go through the whole thing and then go at the end talk about the storm. Unless I got the roles reversed. Otherwise, the storm is first. We'll stop there. I don't think that's it. So this is 15 minutes, 18 seconds. So let's go.
Invictus is here, and with it a celebration of all things spaceship and space vehicle. And with today being both RSI and Tumbril Day, we've got introductions to 2 new ground vehicles for you this week, starting with an old friend ready to make our Constellation Phoenix complete, the RSI Lynx.
Ground vehicles in Star Citizen play quite a large role. Obviously, we have these fully realized full planets and moons. You don't always want to spend all your time flying over them in your ships. We're going to have things coming online in the future, such as weather, that's going to make that prohibitively more dangerous to do.
Flying is the main traversal type, but of course with ground vehicles, there is so much more to explore on planets. It adds so much diversity to the missions that we have.
I feel like ground vehicles are an opportunity for players to have fun and explore the terrain of our lovely planet, not from, going in from a top side, but really getting in and around with the dunes and the broken ships and stuff.
The fun, the dynamic, you get some feedback from the road. If you enjoy driving, it's something for you, isn't it? It's not always a spaceship.
You need to have the options. I mean, if you don't have a ship, how are you going to get from A to B? You need something to get you there. And if you're going from A to B, then someone's in the way, you get a tank.
At Invictus launch week, we're introducing 2 new vehicles to the game, the drivable RSI Lynx and a concept vehicle, which we'll talk about later. The Lynx was introduced alongside the RSI Constellation Phoenix back in 2014. It was mentioned as it's sort of an add-on to the Phoenix.
The Lynx is RSI's more luxury counterpart to the Ursa rover.
It expands the capabilities. I suppose there's an element of, I don't know, showing off maybe.
It's for the distinguished individual who likes to travel in style.
It serves a different purpose to the Ursa. It's very much for VIP transport and exploration.
We've taken some stuff from the Scorpius. We've taken some stuff from the Ursa itself. We've invented other stuff from scratch because not everything that we needed already existed. It is fun and fancy.
I think the exterior is amazing. It's got so many great angles and it just looks so RSI. It just comes together really nicely. We took the Ursa and we basically made it beautiful.
It trades out some of that rugged utilitarian functionality for just a more enjoyable experience to ride around exploring in the back of.
So it's a lot of clean, glossy panels, higher quality materials, and less dense detail, more focusing on angular lines.
We're very constrained with the overall size dimensions. It has to fit in the Phoenix, so we couldn't make the vehicle any longer, wider, taller, so we had to work to the same footprint.
We've tried to not have too much visible mechanics on the outside of it, because you don't want to go up to a fancy luxury car and just see the engine just there. You know it's a car, you know it's got an engine, you don't need to know where the engine is. You just want it to look good whilst you're actually getting from A to B.
It's very nice design. Alberto, our concept artist, did a very good job on that. We had quite...
I'm pausing real quick to see if I can get the audio decent out of, back in order, so I'm going to play real quick, and then hopefully it'll be back in sync.
A lot of references to new electric trucks, that type of thing. Got a clean day running lights. As you go round to the side, you've got like a peek-in window of the cockpit. So underneath you can sort of see feet. I don't know why you'd want to see feet, but yeah, you can. And then we've got the suspension uprights, which are finished in like a goldy colour, which is quite nice. It's quite ornate for something that sort of takes the load of the vehicle and that kind of thing. A very nice 13-piece door. 13-piece on my side. You're not going to see 13 pieces.
I think my favourite thing on the Lynx is the wheels. They are quite unlike anything else we've got in the game.
We've tried to go for wheels that would seem a little bit more luxurious, so we've gone for a shape that will kind of make them a little bit quieter.
They look pretty cool. They're very evocative of those sort of sand racing tyres with the big ribs on them. They give it a very strong visual identity from the outside.
My favourite thing about the Lynx is the huge rear windows.
It's got this lovely wraparound window. It just creates a very different atmosphere inside the vehicle.
Whether you're having in-game business meetings or just chilling with your friends, having that scenery so on display right next to you really adds to the whole experience when you're just sat in the back with your champagne.
When you step in, we've got some TVs that pop out of the sides of the panels, some personal storage and seats, which move. And you can push a button and they will spin around. You've also got a location for storage, which obviously folds away so that if you've got something you just want to put up there, you don't have to see it, but you know it's there. We've also got a weapons rack. It folds itself away and it pops out. It's got some nice little smoky glass doors on the front of it.
The lighting is designed to be a more habitable area for your luxury passengers.
We have a magnificent full-length fridge, and off to the left we've got a couple of shelves where you can store stuff. We don't say it's a drug storage location, but secretly it is a drug storage location. Just don't tell the cops.
Compared to the base Ursa, the Lynx is a little more agile, a little faster. It is like this because it just has less weight to it, less carrying capability, so it can trade that off for speed. And the two people that are sat in the back in relative luxury have a much nicer experience seeing the sights of the universe around them. Compared to the other ground vehicles in events such as the Daymar Rally, I think this is going to be a strong competitor. It's going to be really interesting to see which players prioritize over the other, whether you take the speed of the Lynx versus the increased durability of the Ursa itself. But you don't often see Bentleys racing against other vehicles in real-life rallies, so maybe not as durable as the others.
This is for people that like to get from A to B and look like they're in a good car when they're doing it.
I think the fantasy of having someone chauffeur you around while you're sitting in the back drinking cocktails or the champagne and looking at your business portfolio while just the world of Star Citizen goes on around you. It's pretty cool.
It's also for people who'd never be caught dead racing in a mule.
So that's the new way to get around the surface of Stanton's planets and moons in style. But what about those who want a bit more pew-pew with their hot looks? Just go with it. Well, Tumbril has you covered with the latest in planet-side mobility and destroyability with the Tumbril Storm. Let's find out more.
Hello again, it is once again myself, John Crew. Let's talk about the concept vehicle that we're introducing at Invictus launch week, the Tumbril Storm. The Tumbril Storm is a light/scout tank from Tumbril. In a lot of combined armed forces, you rely on reconnaissance on the ground to let you know what's coming ahead. And whilst we do have an array of ground vehicles that can do this role, not very many of them are as heavily armored as a tank. And sometimes reconnaissance goes a bit sideways and you need some firepower to help get you out of that situation. So the Storm is really excels in this scenario. It can be ahead of the fleet on the ground, engage targets and hold its ground before the main force of ground vehicles arrives for backup. One aspect that we wanted to change from the traditional tank and Nova setup is making this energy weapon based. So it had a much greater independence from the main task force on the ground, and that it wasn't constrained by ballistic ammunition. So it has an energy autocannon on top, twin-barreled, to help lay down firepower, really only constrained by the size of its capacitors and power plant. The Storm is really designed for supporting Novas in attacks. It can take on most other ground vehicles. If you're brave, you can take on a Nova with it, but you probably want to bring a friend or two to help even the fight.
I received the task to complete a new vehicle. I was told to do a tank, most precisely something that would have become a killer of killers. We had to go back to the origins of Tumbril and let this new tank look less like the Nova tank and more like the Cyclone. So it was important to get back that aggressiveness and that dynamics that the Cyclone had. So we opted for something a little less classical and went on a design that is absolutely more related to the manga and anime's world. When people see the Storm for the first time, I want them to feel scared. There is no flimsy paneling, there is no beautiful refined surface. This is just optimal and very, very dynamic. So we don't have a lot of parallel lines, we have a lot of X's and V's, very strong shapes that deline what is popularly recognized as dynamic and aggressive. The interiors of the Storm will feel really full of pipes, of fabric, of mechanical stuff. It have to look basically ventral, like you have just been eaten by a machine. So what we have is very composed design, something that is uncommon in the tank we know today. So what we wanted to achieve when you look at the Storm is fast. Strike fast, move fast, do everything fast, no need to rely on a crew. I like that it looks a bit like an animal. It's very, very snaky, or looks a bit like a crocodile.
Now, of course, the big question everyone always asks for every new concept promotion is when? When will it go into production? Well, let's go now to the vehicle team in our Los Angeles studio and find out more.
The problem is where my story goes is always I will identify all of the issues that I have to overcome first and then like build a plan for breaking them down. So I'm trying to think of a way of phrasing it, you know? We had a lot of cleaning up to do to make sure it was worthy of the engine, it's ready for engine, it's not going to break anything when it goes in there. And that was what most of the initial white box work we did, at least from an art side. For design, we were more concerned about alleviating a lot of the issues we knew were present with the Nova, just like traversing on uneven terrain, exiting the hangar. These are issues we solved first, rather than waited until later in production and realized there were more difficult tasks to overcome.
So most recently, we finished Gray Box. We completed all the animations. Currently, I am doing a material and detail pass on the tread housings for the Tumbril storm. This thing has challenged me in ways I haven't been challenged before in working in the game industry. For example, the treads took a couple different iterations so we got right, and to be able to get like the right movement as it deforms to the ground planes. This ship is definitely more organic than anything I'm used to, and I suppose it's like its own challenges, but it's been a learning process.
Yeah, just to continue on to LOD0, finalizing all of the art assets, making sure everything's going to be correct for when we move on to all of our higher detail tertiary details that will go into a bit later.
Everything from the way the doors open on the tank to the cockpit itself. When you go inside this thing, it's like stepping into a mech. It's completely different from any other vehicle I've seen in this game.
My favorite thing about the Storm is going to be the role of it. The Nova is a very, very big tank. It requires 3 people. It's got that big size 5 cannon. You don't always need a size 5 cannon. Some people may disagree, but I don't think you do. The Storm is a little bit quicker, only requires 1 person. It kind of sits in a really good spot between something very quick like a Cyclone and something a little bit more punchy like the Nova.
I'm excited the progress that the team has made on this. It's been a real beauty to work on, and it should be a lot of fun for the players too.
So what did we learn this week? Well, we learned that the RSI Lynx is the new benchmark for traveling planetside in comfort and style. That the Tumbril Storm says you can blow stuff up and look slick as all heck while doing it. And that it's already in production for an intended release in the less than distant future. Now join us tomorrow for our Invictus All Vehicles Roundtable over on Star Citizen Live. And don't forget to check out everything else that's available in Alpha 319 in between visiting the Invictus showrooms. For Inside Star Citizen, I'm Jared Huckabee. Thanks for exploring the process of game development with us, and we'll see you all here next week. It's your call.
You can make it.
Don't. I believe in you.
I'll step out.
Roll a survival check.
14.
You successfully exit the elevator. Just kidding. You're dead.
Oh man.
What an epic ending.
Okay. Before we get started, that's this is the second time I was watching it, and I didn't catch that last tape.
I didn't catch the first time either.
That was funny. Okay.
Oh yeah, I make sure to play through the whole video. At least when I have time to play through the whole video to catch stuff like that, because I don't want to, prematurely come back when there's more stuff. But yeah, that was pretty funny. All right, so let's go in order. Kusanagi, what are your thoughts? About anything in the video from the Tumbril Storm or the if we have any more thoughts about the Lynx, but yeah, mostly the Storm.
I mean, again, the Lynx is just a beautiful ship in and out vehicle. I really get nothing bad to say about it. Apparently, the wheels were on wrong, so hopefully they can figure that out. Saw that in chat. Regarding the Storm, I bought one of those, and it's just a really cool idea. It's funny because you look at the. You put 3 or 4 people into I think it's 3 in the Tonk, and you only need 1 for this. And this is more like a small, armored vehicle that I think it's like called the Weasel. Germany has one called the Weasel. It's like it's almost as small as that or smaller. It's kind of wild. But that's the way I see them anyways. And I was hoping to get it in the Valkyrie, but Grim was looking at it in the 3D model. It doesn't look like it actually fits in the Valkyrie, but I got my fingers crossed, so we'll see about that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Cool.
They need a green one, green camouflage.
They probably will come up with a green one. Green is it's a pretty common color. I can see that. Face to face. How about you? Anything new about the Lynx or mostly the Storm?
Well, first of all, first videos, great video and very informative. Repeat your question again, so I make sure I understand.
Mostly, what are your thoughts about the ISC? But I mean, mostly about the Storm. But you might have some new thoughts about the Lynx.
Nothing new about really either one that we've already kind of I mean, I know we touched on the Storm too much, but the Storm to me, actually, yes, apologies. Storm, actually, I would like to see how the way the Storm holds up when it comes to Jump Town, when it comes to what other what's that ground mission that's out there, the PvP mission that's going on
Ghost
right
Hollow?
now, Ghost Hollow,
Yeah.
right? Something like that. I would like to really see how it holds up, how it's utilized, going, and everything.
Cool.
That's it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know, Griffin. Are you there? You want to speak up, or you want to go to the next person?
Nope.
Okay. Pops, how about you?
Oh wow, let's see. I want to really get one just because of the profile. The profile of it reminds me of like a pantherish kind of a cat in that stance, that attack stance. So I think that's pretty cool. It makes me think of like a transform. I wanted to kind of almost
I get that vibe too. I get that vibe.
yeah. And it makes me think of how this fits between a rail gun, and then how much of a step up or step around this would be from just someone having a rail gun, and this is kind of a step above that because you have at least armor and you would be shielded from the weather if you're in patrolling around a base and things like that. So it kind of sparks in me a lot of gameplay around that end of it.
You mentioned something earlier, Pops. Remember, you said it was like the Terminator.
Yeah, right. The Hunter Killers in Terminator.
Oh, Hunter Killers. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah,
I can see that.
it reminded me of the Hunter Killers in Terminator. And, it, like I said before, one of the main things that made me really think about was when we get the mechs, how between the three of them, between this, the rail gun, and a mech, how
the Titan suit.
Yeah, Titan suit. Yeah, well, yeah. I'm sorry, I'm saying mech because that.
No. I was just saying. In thoughts that it's called Titan suit, but yeah, it's basically.
It's essentially a mech. So I'm just wondering how these three will fit, and I'm kind of in my mind imagining people running around and the three of them on the battlefield and the Nova tank coming in, and so it's a really, really sleek looking ship. Man, I'm almost but me and my son would both have to have one because it's a single person ship. And so I'm really
$70 too.
Yeah, and I don't know, man. I'm just really
on getting at the game.
That's one thing.
Really,
it shouldn't be that expensive, and what you see.
Yeah, and my reason for wanting to buy it now is because I get you can get the paints. I know you can get the paints because I think the paint colors are really going to matter to this, because if you're in the snow, you're going to want that light color. If you're in the desert, you're going to want that, so it keeps that low stealthy kind of profile thing. This one I really see would be really, really not dependent, but really necessary paint jobs on this.
Okay, they don't have it. Okay, I'm trying to find the paint for this thing. I went back to the product page. So let me see. Oh no, there's no paint thing. Oh, that's weird. Normally there's a paint, but you know.
Oh, there isn't? I thought. Oh my
I think
goodness.
it's paint for not concepts, I think.
thought-
Or do they sell
Yeah,
it
they
for
do.
concepts?
They do for the Mercury, I remember. But yeah.
Okay.
You know, one thing I just bring up real quick is that
Mhm.
you know what they did mention this in there, that the fact that it uses like energy and size 3 energy weapons, I think dual guns, and that also, I mean, if you think about that goes along with logistics. Like you bring a Nova tank, you gotta like rearm that thing. That size 5 gun is only gonna last so long, and then you need like to bring in some more ammo for it. That's everything is physicalized. So for them to make a vehicle like this that's armored, that's mobile, that
Mhm.
doesn't use ammo up, this is a pretty good vehicle.
Yes,
So
I agree, Ammo. Okay, I didn't mean to cut you off, Ammo. Yeah, I was just
Oh, I'm
agreeing.
done. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It
Yeah,
does.
like I said. Yeah, like we skipped a page because we were going to come back to at the IRC. This is the IRC, so I'm going back to the page. But yeah, $70 for Warbond and $7 for the concierge paint or Chairman's Club paint. And you also got another $70 Warbond with the normal skin, and it's $80 with 10 years insurance for $80. So I think that's a pretty reasonable price. What about y'all?
I sure so. Go ahead, Tom.
No, I'm just gonna say, yeah, I mean, how much is the Nova tank? Nova tank is
I have
what?
to look that up.
I think it's like 120 now, I think.
120?
Something like that.
120? Is that
Okay.
much?
Wow.
Wow. I didn't know it was that much.
I think to me, yeah, it fits in that ballpark, you know. So I'm not mad at the pricing on it.
Yeah, the Nova is
I
120. The Nova is
just
120.
wish it was. I just wish $10 less would really knock this out the park. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm being cheap at it. I don't know why. But
I mean, yeah, and if you want to support the project, go for it. But you know, you get this in game with normal insurance. The only thing that you're missing out on is really is the insurance and the skin. You might want to just pick up the skin now, and then pick up the thing in game. That would be my suggestion.
Yeah.
If you want the summit paint, the Chairman's Club paint, yeah, that's my suggestion. So how about you, Kalrati? What are your thoughts about the ISC and the storm in general?
So the first time I saw the storm, it reminded me of I couldn't remember the name of it, and I had to Google it. The Scorpion tank from Halo.
Okay.
And because it has the same exact, well, not the same exact, but very similar with the legs and those things. And I really do like the design. I like the mech-like design and everything. And it was quite cool how they said that it was partially anime inspired as well, because of course you see a lot of mech and those things in some of the anime that you watch. All of this coming online, all these vehicles coming online, it would be really, really nice, as we get closer to more dynamic events, to have a land vehicle based dynamic event where there's absolutely no support. I mean, maybe you can fight for aerial support, but it's strictly land based, similar to how Siege was, but of course it's more open to allow for more vehicles like these, where air superiority is very, very difficult with the AA turrets and such. But these vehicles, the Nova, the Tumbril, the Cyclone ships, the Ursa, well, the rovers in general, it would be a really, really cool experience, to have and see all these things, the ballistas and all that, to actually experience that whole dynamic event, but on land. So that's what I thought. That's what came to mind as soon as I saw this. Go ahead.
Can I ask you a question before you go, fastcart? And this is to everybody, right? Being that I think they mentioned in the vehicle, correct me if I'm wrong, that they talked about, being able to go into somewhere because you may not be able to go and travel by air, right?
Right. Yeah.
Okay. So do you think, not just, I'm not talking about just like, anti-air weaponry, forcing you out of, traveling by air, but weather. Do you think that could be soon?
Well, we saw it in the Squadron 42 vertical slice where they had a gun shooting down an asteroid. It could have been proof of concept at least. But maybe if that's sticking part, we also see it in Siege, right? On Crusader. It would be nice if it's soon. But who knows what they have planned with regards to beefing up that kind of lethality on the ground to control or mitigate the air superiority, because it's something also that we kind of call for to help balance Jumptown and those other places too as well, right? With regards to not only player driven but AI driven as well. So it would be nice to see these being controlled by AI eventually.
Oh yeah.
To kind of beef up the activity.
May I ask you a question, Kalrati?
Yeah, sure.
Are these electric vehicles? Is that what they're considered, or
I don't know actually. I haven't read the brochure to know, and I don't know if they have. Maybe Chad could also provide some information on that.
I don't think they use fossil fuels.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah,
I don't think they use fossil fuel.
Now, is
you
there
talking about our vehicles in game?
Well,
yeah.
Okay.
The
Well,
games they're going to be fueled vehicles. They talked about that. They have ports in them for fuel.
Yeah, they have ports for them.
Okay.
Okay.
Fuel cells, hydrogen fuel cells. Okay.
Right.
Cool. So, my thoughts about the ISC. One thing about the Lynx that I forgot or didn't realize, I didn't know it had drug storage.
Yeah.
So I thought that was interesting. Yeah, that's my first time here, or maybe I heard about it before and just forgot. But yeah, drug storage, so that'd be interesting. As far as the storm goes, I had no interest in the storm whatsoever until I saw ISC. When that one developer said it's like stepping into a mech, I'm like, hello, I'm interested now. Stepping into Mac? What? You got me a Mac. Don't do that. Because I was totally going to give him a pass until he said that.
Yeah, your ears went up like a dog.
What that animal to pop up out of the hole when you get?
A meerkat. A meerkat. I was talking about a meerkat.
That was me.
Yeah, me too.
Mac, I'm like, I might have to reconsider, but yeah.
Yeah.
Before I started ISC, I was curious how people were going to get inside and out of the vehicle, and they're like, it's front loaded. So I thought that's interesting. And then when he said that, I'm like, darn, I have to open. How much money do I have? So we'll see. But Jade asked a question in chat, so I thought that's interesting. So what comes out first, the Tumbril Storm, the Tumbril Ranger, the X1, or the G12? Or what's coming out last?
I feel like the Storm's
the Ranger will come out last. I don't know which one first.
I feel like the Storm's going to come out first, surprisingly. Like, based on what they said, they said less than distant future. Yeah. So, I'm not saying for 320, but if they said less than distant future, who knows? Maybe they could be developed. Oh, I doubt they're developing this in tandem with another vehicle, but who knows? But if they develop this, then hopefully that would also add some inspiration to the X1. But we'll see.
Anyone else?
I did have a question. Almost done.
I did have a question.
Wasn't the X1 almost done? Aren't they working on that? Aren't they working on the X1?
I have to look that up. Oh, that's who Kalrati knows.
Kalrati,
I remember they mentioned it in an STL with I think it was something Tomei. I can't remember his first name.
Jade said they are working on the X1.
They are.
She is excited about the X1.
That's true. Yeah. So you want to change your answer to X1, Kusanagi?
I think the X1's going to be done first. I have the 400. It just doesn't. I'm not losing my sleep over it. but it would be nice to have something like that. It just seems so small that you think they would just. It would be. It's like making the Dragonfly or the Nox.
I would have thought the same thing about the Ranger by now, but yeah, look how that is. You were gonna say something, Pops?
Yeah, I was gonna ask Griff a question, but I forgot it when we went to the meerkat thing.
That's why you write these things down.
Yeah,
that's why you write these things down. Let's know if it come back to you.
Yeah.
Kalrati, what is your prediction? Tumbril Storm Ranger X1 G12.
Since y'all reminded me of the X1, it could be the X1. It's tricky.
I mean, there's no money on
the
it,
X1,
just, you know.
Yeah, I mean the tricky thing about it is that, like you guys said, it's interesting because the X1 is small. I don't know if it's that they're waiting for some systems to come online with regards to the whole issue with hover bikes. Sometimes they may still spontaneously. It could be shard based or server side, but and that would make developing non-hover vehicles first, a better choice perhaps, so that whatever team needs to address that.
Well, if they have non-hover vehicles, that mean Ranger. We know that's not happening.
Yeah, that's the thing too. And given how he talked about the tracks, I mean, the Ranger's wheels, similar to the Cyclone, that's something that they also have to tackle. So hopefully that adds some information to developing the Ranger's wheels as well, especially when they're introducing the whole improved track for ground vehicles. But who knows? It would be nice to get the X1. So my assumption is either the X1 or the Storm. Preferably the Storm. I feel like we'll see. We'll see.
Options had the prediction said the G12 might come with the redo of the 600i.
Interesting.
So that's just thought. Yeah,
I remember my question now.
Okay, go ahead.
When you get a chance. Okay, the symbol on the Lynx. I guess I don't know if it's what that's supposed to represent. Is that on the Phoenix anywhere? Symbol. Right. It's
not the serial number, right? But it's
the symbol.
That's the logo of a Lynx, just like the Phoenix.
Right there it is.
Right.
Yeah.
Is
they
that
had the
Phoenix?
You had the Phoenix in the Phoenix, and they had the Lynx on the Lynx.
Okay, I was just wondering if that symbol is inside the Phoenix anyway.
All right.
I'm just curiosity.
No problem. So, my prediction for Storm Ranger X1 G12, I think the Rangers comes out last. I don't know which one comes out first. I just think the Rangers are going to come out last. Hopefully the G12 and the X1 are sooner. My issue is that I was so happy today because TIG managed to get a vehicle checked off the list. I think they have 18 vehicles that are still on the list. But as soon as they take one off the list, they added a new one on. I'm like,
So something just came to mind. This may also be coming into Squadron 42 as well. Given that it's another tag.
That's true. Yeah, I can see this.
So it could also, bump up its priority.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because like I said, the Atlas platform requires 2 people, but this one only requires 1. So yeah. That's your thought. Yeah. Hopefully they'll whittle down that list sometime.
Hopefully soon. Yeah.
I think they're doing like 2 or 3 a year.
About that.
Yeah. So we have 18 left at 9 years.
Well, let's remember now they just got the new vehicle team going, so hopefully they'll be able to get things moving along here.
Yeah, but stepping into a Mac. Darn it, I was going to pass this up. Oh well. All right, so up next we have. This is our Machinima. This isn't too long. It's only a minute and a half, but this is from Making Wookie. Much beloved. She's always fun. So let's check this out. This is called Star Citizen 3, Worth the Money.
Good morning, Stanton. This is Scooter, coming to you from the beautiful Brio's Breaker Yard on Damer. Today, we got the Mirai Fury Nick Fury Pocket Fighter. inspired from a TIE fighter in a fishbowl. We got an overstock from our last shipment, and they gotta go, Bo, because they're with the googly eye engines and the 4 Badgers. This thing's pretty much a flying turret. Now look at here. The MX version has this Goodyear tire that'll pop up to protect that fishbowl, and it even has cameras so you can still see outside. Now this sucker has not 1 or 2, but 20 missiles. You can put this little old ship pretty much anywhere. A2, Starfire, Cuddy Red. And this old girl's Nimbly Bimbly, Bo. Nimbly Bimbly. Just don't lose an engine. And this ship's ideal to send out your more, disposable crewmen. Hey, Billy, I need you to go see if Jumptown's safe. All right, folks. If y'all want to take this old girl for a test flight, you just come on down, you tell Scooter sent you. Y'all have a good evening. Woo!
Oh my goodness!
Oh,
always funny. I don't know. I don't know if he came up with this on its own or he watched the show. But he Mariah Carey. He said. All right. Free for all. What do anybody think? Let's do people talk all at the same time. I'll pick one. But we got free for all. What do people thought?
I just want to say that the opening rooster was on point.
Anyone else?
He never disappoints. I have to say bravo. You know, the character has really grown on me. You know, he's done a very good job. You know, making that character fit exactly where it needs to be. You know, I really hope that we do get what's the name of his character? I forget. I apologize. Scooter.
Yeah.
You know what? I just realized that. Did he get that from Borderlands?
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's Scooter. Isn't that a Cooter from Dukes of Hazzard?
Well, Borderlands.
Who's the mechanic?
Yeah, actually, I don't remember. Dukes of Hazzard. So
right. Okay. But what about Borderlands?
Right. But Borderlands has a character who is actually, I believe, is a mechanic as well. Yeah, he is a mechanic.
Right. He is a mechanic.
Right. And he has the same very deep accent, just like this. This is, and his name, I think, is Scooter.
Right. With the real big, big size lady. The real.
Oh boy, yeah. Okay,
the two of them. Yeah.
Okay.
This one right here, she got Nick Fury and Mariah Carey. Oh man.
Cool. He's one of those characters that if you don't see him in a while, you miss him. You know. Yeah.
I mean, he's definitely honest about. It's funny because he's like, "Oh, you don't want to send your most valuable people out in the Fury," because it's a paper tiger, and it's just funny that he's like picking the guy who's like rolling around on the floor, because I know I've been with groups before, and there's always someone like rolling around and like ended up being into a fire at like that like Christmas location on Microtech or something like that. It's just it's like, why don't you jump on that ship? But yeah, it's just kind of funny. It really is like a first strike and get out ship. You don't want to get into a dogfight with that thing.
Cool. All right, so yeah, that is the Machinima for this week. This is from Wookie. Star Citizen, very worth the money. Never disappoint. Always good stuff. That was funny. All right, so I want to thank everybody for joining us. Admiral Kuchanagi, Picture Face, Kalrati, the co-host, and Fountain Space. Appreciate y'all being here, and Griffin in the background too. Saturday we got Soul Voices at 3 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. UTC. That's where we talk Star Citizen, but mostly on a one-on-one basis. Cover stuff from Spectrum, Reddit, and something from the industry in general. Kalrati, I know I'm gonna pop this on you. You probably don't know what it is. I'm gonna put it on the screen real quick. But you see it there?
Yeah, and surprisingly, I think I'm gonna be this. No, it's the other Sunday. Yeah, but yeah, so we are gonna talk about the Invictus launch week on this Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern time. So come on in and hear what we have to say.
Yep, that's 8 p.m. Eastern, midnight UTC. We'll be joined by Smashly, in fact. So Smashly will be on with us. So cool. Oh yeah, and my latest Flight to Rhythm from TPR is on TPR, the People Radio Twitter account. Dark Knight 75, you're having a show this Saturday. What time? I want to say 8 p.m. UTC. So check out Dark Knight on the People Radio Twitch account. And I will be on the Captain Table on Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. UTC.
All right.
If you want to become a Soul Bro, Soul Sis, or Soulmate, our Soul Citizen membership has the privilege. Click the join button down below on YouTube. Make sure you follow us everywhere on social media with Soul Citizen with the S on the end everywhere. If you want to buy merchandise, click the link below to help support us. Hit like, subscribe, or follow, depending on what platform you're on. And hit the bell notification too, so you'll know when we're on. I think that's it. We're going to go with Cobra TV SC. So make sure you're sending my love from Soul Citizen. And I just want to say before I end, we don't need another rover overall.
Peace, love, and soul, people. Peace, love, and soul. Let's go.
All right, Kalrati. Yeah, take over, Kalrati.